Howdy, and how do you do? And welcome back to some Peglin, where we're gonna do that mini boss mashup, I do believe, with the Spinventor Cruciball 10. Might as well. I'm not selected on the Spinventor. Here we go. Now we'll do it correctly. I don't know if it matters. I don't do too many custom games, so I assume I needed to click on you. But Cruciball 10 with the right relic, mini boss mashup. What is it called? Mini boss meetup. I was saying it completely wrong. With slime applied, gets upgraded. That is a perfect start to a perfect run. This is actually technically the second time I've recording this. Spinventor mini boss 1 on Cruciball 10. You guys probably won't see the other one because I had so many interruptions throughout it, so like phone calls or my wife or whatnot, to where it was like half the video was kind of silent. And then I started, like, for whatever reason, instead of talking in a normal voice, I started like whispering. So that did not help either in terms of quality of the video. So instead we're gonna go, all you have to do is hit that refresh right there. Instead we're gonna just try anew, do it again, and see if we can not lose at the first fight. I feel like once we get through the first fight or so, we should be fine. Potion Vault isn't bad, but it is just a matter of taking it. I know we probably needed to heal there. Crits probably would be good, but I think Recombobulator, increasing the amount of bombs the bombs are refreshing, that's at least added damage. Don't be the same fight. This fight ain't good for us. The reason this fight is not good for us is because we don't have good damage output, and this is over 1,000 damage that we have to do in a relatively timely manner. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. I remember the first time whenever I did the Spinventor with this, it was kind of hard, this first start of it. But once you get past the start, it kind of smooths out a little bit, almost like every other Cruciball level. Now what we need is healing. Please, 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 please. No healing in a hidden... Oh, come on. Bad throw too. Poorly placed refresh, and no healing orbs with our bolt. But here's a crit. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. 247. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna heal, upgrade the bolt, and reduce the amount of damage we take, get some extra money, and continue on. You know what my issue is that I'm having right now? At least it's like a crisis I'm having. It's like a mental crisis with work that I'm having, to where I'm trying too hard to the point where I'm doing nothing, it feels like. Where I'm trying to answer a question that we've been trying to figure out the answer to for a while, and I can think of a solution. It's like those shower thoughts where it's like a eureka. Oh, this will help uncover it, because I work with data and everything, so I build out dashboards, and then I analyze the data and present my findings and recommendations with it. And so in the shower, I'm just trying to wrap my head around what I can do, what it is that I can do to help answer XYZ question. And there's just a couple questions that are revolving in circles. I do some analysis, but it's like I'm not proud of the analysis that I did personal opinion. I'm confident with the results it's driving. Just, I don't know. I'm trying too hard to build out things within Power BI that will help us, like, going forward, to scale it instead of doing it as an ad hoc thing, because I don't like ad hoc aspects. If it's a question that's asked once, it's going to be asked again in my head. So I'm like, well, what can I build in Power BI that will be able to be replicated easily and quickly referenced so that next time this happens, we don't have to go ahead and do all this deep dive and understanding on what's going on. We can just look at this specific part of the dashboard and then move on with our lives. We can be like, oh, it is a problem. Oh, it's not a problem. Oh, there is a pattern here. But I'm like working so hard on it and getting nowhere with it to the point where it's like I'm doing nothing at work. Which I'm doing stuff throughout the whole entire day, but it just does not feel like I'm accomplishing too much because I can't figure it out. And it's frustrating. I know I could just do the 1x1, 2x2 cuts, but I want to the feeling of having something, some kind of process improvement that I can take back to the team and everyone be like, wow, this is so helpful. This is actually really nice. I'm like itching for that. I'm itching for that feeling. Which I shouldn't be. I need to just get my work done, but I'm incapable of such tasks. But I don't know if you guys have ever felt that or anything like that. That's where I'm at with work, to where every time I have like my one-on-one with my boss or have a team meeting or whatnot, I'm like I want it to be ready so I can show them, but then I start second guessing the work that I'm doing. Then it's like, I just don't know if it's actually doing what I want it to do. I don't know if it's telling us the story that it needs to be telling. I don't know if it's actually answering any questions that we have or if it's just going to be noise and clutter. As of right now, it looks like it's going to be noise and clutter. I don't know, but it's eating me alive. Eat me up inside. I can't wake up. Hit the refresh, please. Thank you. Big refresh. Massive damage here. Beautiful amount of damage. Simply remarkable. And then this will end it. I mean, we get through that first fight, get some lucky relics, and then we're sitting pretty. Now, we don't need to necessarily worry whenever a bomb is created, create an additional bomb. Do we really want that many bombs? I think if we lose health, 7 times that lost health damage back to the enemy is better for us. In my personal opinion, perfect. Perfectly nothing. Pierce might be good. Something with Pierce. I don't know what that would be necessarily for the Spinventor. I guess I could have been going for the Cruciball, but the Cruciball's not all that in a bag of chips, you know? Okay, here we go. Watch this pop off here, King. Where's the heals? No heals? Oh yeah, it doesn't do damage. I was kind of worried that... okay, well, thank you for that. Hit the refresh. Refresh doesn't really do too much, but we're doing enough damage. We're at 71 HP. I think I'm pretty comfortable with... Can we start collecting the symbol? That's the crit sector. We don't really have extra crits, but... maybe we start going for the crit sector, because if we can get the... we'll spread the love for sure. If we can get the one that applies slime, that's even more slime getting applied to this map, which would be fantastic for us. I truly think that's what's helping us mostly here, is the amount of slime that we're applying. This is so annoying. I want to do the damage to the boss, but I also want the gold. Which gold isn't that important. As long as we got 50, we should be fine. And watch this. We're not... oh, well, I tried changing my target. There's some healing. I might as well just throw it at you. Finish you off. Get us the gold. We got the gold on the map, and then we move on with life. Get some heals as well. I think those heals refresh, don't they? If one of those heal pegs disappear and we refresh the board, it's back. I think we do need to hit a bomb though. Come on. Hit a bomb. Well, there's a bomb hit. Simply remarkable. Swoltorb's fine, but honestly, we have so many orbs in our deck, and there's not really a way to get rid of the orbs, so... Bombs increase blind. Take some healing. I guess I could have been a little bit more mindful of that healing and grab more of it. That's fine. We'll do whatever you guys are doing here. Bomb, apply, blind. Don't need the crit sector because we're not going to be hitting a crit here, so it's kind of pointless to throw. We can at least one-shot you. Oh, well, I take it back. We don't one-shot you because we got that lobster claw, whatever it's called, pincer maneuver. Helps spread the damage out evenly. And then we'll upgrade the last one. Map. Beautiful fight to have. Duplication potion's not bad. The resistances, I don't know how much value it will provide. But we do have a form of healing, at least at the very least. Inconsistent form of healing, because we don't always get one of these orbs that actually provide the healing pegs. Okay. Don't have to hit a set. Okay. I'm just trying to hit a refresh here. Suppose it's not necessary if we do something like that. We hit a crit here. That should end the fight. Beautiful. Every one unique upgraded / downgraded peg are multiplied by -2. If I upgrade them, it will make it -2. It'll double it, but negatively. But if I throw the docked orb again, the spin docked orb again, it will make it a positive, an even larger positive. So is that good for us? It's a lot of what ifs, you know? I mean, we can try it. Worst comes to worst, we skip. Might as well as upgrade it all the way. When you flip a peg, also heal. Well, now we have even more healing, and we can have a multi-ball with it. Beautiful. Maybe we're onto something here. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this is gonna bite us in the rear end. Does it do damage? Oh, 2-4. That's not bad damage. Not great damage, but not bad damage. Let's throw you out there and see what falls. See what sticks. Well, we didn't do anything with you, did we? No. It's not a one-time throw kind of orb, is it? 2 bombs, great. Apply some blinds, skip ahead. Maybe get to a refresh here. We almost hit the refresh. We got very close to it. Might as well. I guess we can keep upgrading you. Popping corn. We don't need more healing. I don't think. Popping corn probably would have been better. Any healing's good healing, right? You are only good if it's after this potion bolt orb or the splat orb. Kind of useless every other time. Just kind of something worth noting for future reference. Magnificent! So you guys probably have heard, I think I've talked about it already by the time this video comes out, but I had to pay my taxes for the first time. I know I've been complaining probably about it in a few videos now, that I've had to pay my taxes for the first time, but it's my first time ever paying for taxes. And I have a kid. We're supposed to get a tax cut then. We're supposed to get that big old fat tax return. But no, not I. So I wanted to at least share with you all my knowledge set now that I've been through this. So you can get an HSA. Some employers offer an HSA program. It's a high deductible account with an HSA. And you can buy that, you can get the high deductible account with an HSA, and you can fund that HSA. And that funded HSA can be either tax credit or tax deduction, one of the two. I don't remember which one's which, but it can operate as that. So that's what I did. Whenever I started at this place and my prior place, they had it. Well, -2, -3. What's our inventory look like? -2, -3. That's not that big of a hit. -2, -3. Not a massive hit. -2. That's not a great hit, but or a multi-ball. Yeah, we can try it and see what falls. But so I got it. Did all the work to put money into it so that it can be a tax advantage, tax protected asset or whatever it is classified as anymore. And turns out it's nullified if your spouse, if you have a spouse, and if your spouse, oh wow, that's did no damage. Oh, I have to throw it twice. And I have this big of a deck. It did no damage but heal. So maybe it's something I just throw whenever I need healing. Is that? It's not good. -5, -15 each time. It's not a lot of damage. At least we can throw it multiple times. So we can keep that in mind. We're definitely lacking damage. But if your spouse has an account that's an FSA. So HSA stands for Health Savings Account. FSA is something savings account. I don't remember what the F stands for, but it's essentially the same thing in terms of like a savings account for your health expenses. And we'll do And so if your spouse has that and you have an HSA, if they have that option, you do not get the tax benefits of maxing out an HSA for whatever reason that is. It's kind of annoying, and I didn't know that, so I spent all that. I put all that money in there, which isn't bad. It's not bad to have money in an HSA for many different reasons, especially health costs can be quite high. So it's not the end of the world, but I didn't get the tax benefit of it. So I just wanted to let you all know that if you are wanting to do an HSA and get that tax credit, just make sure you don't have some kind of health savings account employed by an employer, you're provided by an employer, or your spouse isn't using one, because then you can't accept it, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Something I learned. So one of the things that is on our to-do list this year is to get rid of her FSA. That is our goal. And HSAs, I think the difference between the two, HSAs can be invested and they roll over. FSAs don't roll over at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Granted, I could be mistaken on it. I don't know. I'm not a tax expert. I'm just reeling off what I've heard. So don't take it and think it's 100% accurate. Take it with whatever you feel is valuable out of it, and do your own research, because I could be wrong. And if that is the case, if I'm wrong on it, please comment down below and tell me where I'm wrong and how I can correct it, because I could really use some help from that. Spent money into the account and don't even get. One other thing that's, I guess, an issue for me is that I don't go to the doctor nor do I go to the dentist. I always have gone to the dentist on a consistent basis. The doctor, I have not. Doctor is one that I do lack on quite a lot. I don't remember the last time I went to the doctor, probably whenever I was in college. I think you had to get a yearly physical whenever you're in college. I could be wrong on that. I could be way wrong on that. But I feel like that was the last time was I needed it for something in college I had to get a physical for. So I did that. And those probably the last time I've been to the doctor since. But the dentist is very important. I feel like the dentist is more important to go to than an actual doctor. I say actual doctor. Dentists are still doctors, but like what are they called? I don't even know what they're called. Primary physician? Is that what they're called? Primary physicians? I do feel like dentists are more your tooth health. The health of your teeth influences the health of your overall body quite a bit. Granted, I'm no doctor. Take it with a grain of salt. This is all what I've heard. So I'm just spreading the same conspiracy theories off to you guys. And you run with it if you want to run with it. I'm still running with it. So it's got me believing. But I understand if you don't. Because who knows? I could be way wrong. And that's all right. And that's the purpose of this. I just share my thoughts and opinions. And oftentimes I could be way wrong on them. But they are what I think they are. And so I say them, I share them, and you guys correct them. But oh, I gotta sneeze. Whew. That was a big old sneeze. I really wish I didn't get that doctor orb thing, spin doctor orb. Which, I mean, it hasn't helped or hurt us too much here, but it just seems like a waste. Yeah, I need a small deck where I'm like constantly refreshing it. Then I feel like it would counter itself. I don't know. Look at all that healing though. Okay. I'm not afraid of misnavigations. I thought I was gonna get more healing than that. This fight again, eh? Enough damage to take out the shield and then the ranged unit behind, but we're still gonna get smacked by this little magic mage. And we can throw you out there and you're just gonna pop off too. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all that magic. Did you know, which this could be wrong too, I could just be feeding you all with useless knowledge that could be false, but I feel like it is true. And did you know that, did I complete the symbol there? What was I gonna say? Did you know that the content that gets the best, the best cost per thousand on YouTube is like financial content? Financial content, I guess, pays better for AdSense on YouTube. Which I mean, it kind of makes sense. I feel like it's helpful content, and then video games is actually what pays the least. So that's why you can see people that play games on here and get a few. You can see like financial channels that have 20,000 views. 20,000 views on a video, and they are making more than a video game content creator that's getting 100,000 views per video, just because it's like 3 times, 4 times as much per thousand. It's kind of crazy. Now, I don't make financial content, so I can't really fact check it to see the differences between it. Maybe I should go into financial content. Granted, that seems like a big liability. You almost have to have like a kind of one of those warnings beforehand. Like, I am not a professional in terms of like, I don't get paid for this. It's not, I don't have the licensure for it. Like, I don't have my Series 6, Series 63, or whatever they are, the investment ones. You are nice to have, Summoning Circle, but the off chance that you are actually right before one of our good orbs is worth grabbing. I don't know about that. Grinding Monstera. Beautiful. I think there is a website somewhere that kind of gives rough estimates on performances of different YouTube channels and the content they make and stuff like that. And I looked at it once. I don't remember what it was called. That's, as you can tell, how vested I am in understanding this stuff. I try to be, but there's so much to it. And then, like I said, with work, I get carried away with things. And I'm trying to get better and try to prioritize instead of just going mindlessly at everything. So I'm doing my best. I'm sharing the knowledge that I'm getting to the best of my ability, I suppose. But there's that channel, and it doesn't even have our channel here listed as a video game. It has us listed as like some kind of... this is fine. It has us listed as... I almost think it says podcast type thing. So I wonder if, according to YouTube, it doesn't think I create video game content, but I'm pretty sure it does, because if I go into the studio, it gives me like market analysis, and it's showing me all kinds of video game content. It says, oh, this is what your viewers like to watch. Look into making more of this content. And so, I don't know. I could be far-fetched from that. That website is a third-party website that does that analysis on channel performances. So it could just be because that is a third-party website. It doesn't know and it's not updating correctly. So it would be ideal. It would be nice if we're not considered a... It would be nice if we weren't considered a... video game content channel, just because for the AdSense purposes. We don't want to be in the lower bracket of outputs, you know? Wow, that's a lot of unnecessary damage, but we'll throw you out there to see if we can quiet down everything on this map. Take it all out. Something's still alive. And it's definitely not going to be alive now. I kind of forgot I had the squirrels. Are we out of squirrels now? Is that one throw? 54 now? Wow. That ate away all of our squirrels. Might as well as get Echo Chamber. And then, does this work? Okay, whew. I was afraid a squirrel would pop out there too. Beautiful. That's fine. Damage-wise, not great. We are not producing much damage, but we have quite a bit of health. We have good max HP, 139. We have plenty of healing. Continue on. You are good. Go to the right. Go to the right to make it right. My favorite thing to do, and you guys could probably try to do it to one of your friends if you're ever riding in a car with them and they're asking for directions. Like, I just moved to a city that I've never lived in or haven't really ever visited growing up, but it's close to where I grew up. Just never been there, so I don't know where everything is in the city. And so my friends would come and visit. They haven't really been in the city either. So they would ask me where to go. And I know rough places to go, like I know where my gym is. I know where the brewery is. I know where the Brown Derby is. I know where the Aldi is. I know where the Price Cutter is. Oh, well, Price Cutter is our local grocery store. I don't know if you, I guess a comparison to Price Cutter would be like, not Sprouts. Sprouts isn't it, but Stop and Shop probably. Stop and Shop if you're up in the Northeast. I think that's where Stop and Shop is. But pop off. Okay, our scrolls have to be done now. We have one more squirrel. One more squirrel to our name and a bunch of crits. But every time, a trick that you do with your friends just to annoy them is whenever you're driving and they're like trying to guess which direction to go, like turn left here, then you say right instead of saying yes, turn right. I mean turn left here. You just say right. So then they think you're saying go to the right, and then they end up turning to the right. And you said, "Where are you going?" I said, "You said left." I said left. You said no. You said right. I don't know. I'm not good at presenting the joke. I'm just here to say what I do, and then you guys can apply it to your daily lives and enjoy the joke better. It's a little bit better whenever you're actually saying it to someone. Because or if you say, here, turn left here, and they say left, and you say right. Just always respond with like right instead of yes, no, correct, incorrect. Always just say right. And then they always get frustrated. At least that's how my friends are, and I enjoy it. Which maybe, well, that was probably a good relic to grab, honestly. We actually skipped a relic. That's not bueno. That's not fun. We're not supposed to be skipping relics. We're supposed to keep relics. We do have a lot of illusion pegs here. Ooh, missed the damage. But I do have a few friends that live like in Austin, Texas. This is a little side off topic. And one of them, I guess yesterday technically, was the Super Bowl. And so I'm a Patriots fan. Whether you like it or not, depends on where you're at. You probably don't like it, but I've always been a Patriots fan. I lived up in the Boston area, went to a Patriots game. So they're the only football team that I've really watched or have been to one of their stadiums, and I've lived out there, so I feel like there's enough tie to it. It's not like I'm picking a random team that was just so good for most of my life and running with it. So there's that aspect to it. Just wanted to cover that base before anything else. But the Super Bowl was yesterday, and they sent a snap to me of him grilling in his backyard. He lives in Austin, Texas, grilling in his backyard. His kids are jumping on the trampoline in the background. And drinking a big old glass bottle of Modelo, which is and it just in shorts and short sleeves, just enjoying it, enjoying the weather. And I tell you what, I've never been so jealous in my life. Which it was a beautiful, beautiful Super Bowl day for us. It was like 60 degrees here, so I was still outside. Just, I don't know, it looked a lot nicer there than mine. I was still wearing like long sleeves and pants and stuff, and then once the sun kind of goes down and you're not in the sun anymore, it's a lot cooler, so it's not as, I don't know, it's It's not as warm, not as like summer feeling. Oh, that summer heat feels so good, so good. But I know it gets so hot so quick, and then you can't even go outside during the day. So there is aspects to that that's not bueno, but it is what it is. Can't change it. I just live with it. Beautiful. Drop down, drop down. Ooh, whoa. Definitely damage-wise, we're not performing too well for damage. We are doing enough just because we have enough healing. And eventually we get up there in damage-wise. Maybe the most inefficient relic that we picked probably was this boss relic right here, the Go for Gold. We probably didn't need that. But then you get throws like this where it's just awesome. It's okay. It's not enough to take him out. Then you're pointless to throw. You aren't gonna do any damage. You ain't gonna do no damage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Popping corn. You can go with the healing now. Whenever you heal, deal 3 times the total health as damage to the targeted enemy. We'll do that one. Because we almost always have health missing. So it's at least consistent damage taken. See if we can avoid the crit. Avoid the next crit. Oh, wow. You really wanted to hit that crit. It was pointless to avoid it anyway. Let's hit the crit because it refreshes the board. Come on, do so much damage. I started playing Age of Empires again. I don't know if only probably the people that were around here for the long time would know that I played Age of Empires. I think I have a couple videos of Age of Empires on the channel. Ooh, of 1v1s. Which I'm not a big 1v1 fan, you know. I'm not a big 1v1 fan. I like playing with other people. That's what's so nice about playing these is it feels like I'm playing with other people because you're right here with me as I'm playing. And so it feels like I'm not alone playing by myself. Which is nice. But like whenever it comes to Age of Empires, it takes so much of my brain capacity to play it. Because it's kind of a tough game, and it's kind of like checkers. It reminds me of checkers in terms of, or the sense of, if I lose, it's because they're just better than me. There's nothing to blame. And I think I've talked about it before. I like to play games where I can, if it doesn't work out, I can easily blame someone for my issues, not me. If it's not me, I can blame someone else for our shortcomings and failures. And that's all I want. All I ever really want in a game. To never be at fault for losing. We'll go ahead and grab you. No. Oh. Dang it. I just wanted to get that. Oh, not you. Bored of this fight. But it's our last one before the end. Our last fight before the end. Definitely was a pretty smooth one. Rough start at the start, but similar to same sentiment to what I started off this video with is once you get past the first like 2 to 3 elite fights, you're swimming. It's pretty easy going forward from there. Oh, we're not gonna hit that one either. So we're finishing 159 max HP. We couldn't even get 160. That's annoying. Gonna have to throw you. You're honestly staying alive. Staying alive. There we go. Oh, well, you hit a refresh. That's not bad. There's some heals. Heals does damage. That's good. Blind because we hit bombs. Now watch this pop off. Pop off king. Yeah. All that for no damage except for bombs. I mean, we didn't lose any health, which is big. and then you just pop off. Come on. Yeah. That's plenty of damage to take out 2 things. Boom, boom. Oh, it targeted the same one. Which I think it doesn't matter anyway. That's plenty of damage there. Easy peasy, you know? Might be onto something here. In terms of ease of access to playing this, or I guess Miniboss mashup kind of helps once you get enough relics going for you, where it's smooth sailing. It's definitely just that early game you gotta really hound through it. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and I look forward to talking with you later. Bye bye.